when you're growing up playing music in Newfoundland, it's all about Ron Hines, and it's all about original music and the oral tradition and song finding and story discovering and that sort of traditional communication. And I love to play at the pub at home, but then as soon as you move into a more professional vein, as soon as you make a record, as soon as you make a footprint, then you're still very much part of the Newfoundland cultural scene, but you also become a Canadian musician, which is this extra thing that happens later. And then you look to Neil Young, and you look to Joni, and you look to Massey Hall, and that's the idea of an arrival as a Canadian musician, coming from a very musically cultural place like Newfoundland, and then coming to Canada and arriving at Massey. That's what it is. I go to music because it's one of the ways that I know how to communicate best, or even communicate with myself best. But I mean, the road, living and working on the road is a musical influence. That has a soundtrack. That sounds like something specific. Missing my home sounds like something. You know, and an Ed Rich novel sounds like something to me. These are novels and travel and highways. Those are my big influences.
Blue sky coming and it won't let go. I heard a song on the radio. Look back, look out, everybody knows. Everyone's a favorite, everyone's a foe. And I saw the signs, I saw the omens, I saw the wolf in the long red coat. When nothing calls my name no more, I am the ghost of the one before. And I don't think that my time has come. I've had forever and I've had none, but something's coming and it won't let go. I heard a song on the radio. Break me tender and love me all night. I am the shadow that heightens the light. I had a fever, burn me up bright, brace for my holler and run from my bite. And I saw the changes, I saw the moves, I saw the citizens reaping the blues. What they don't know and never hurt no one. I am the last of the loaded gun. And I don't think that my time has come. I've had forever and I've had none, but something's coming and it won't let go. I heard a song on the radio. Oh, I need a breath, I need a moment, I need a reason. I'm fading fast. I made a fool of all my rules. I broke the wall with the looking glass. And alright, okay, nobody move. Life is a temperate thing to do. Calm as a candle, cursed in the wind. Love is a temperate thing to the end. And I don't think that my time has come. I've had forever
golly. Blackbird on Fire.
Loved you like a meteor. It cannot change its path. It's peeled by speed and fire, just kamikaze ash. And like dust on dust we follow. No cradle for regard, no grave to bury sorrows in, and no arrows in our hearts, yet bleeding mild forgiveness. Confessions did not earn, they whispered to the witnesses, all waiting for their turn. And I get tired of tired, awakened by the weight of the coming human state. And the metaphor, the blackbird on fire, on soft mahogany, doesn't carry any key. It doesn't carry any key. And like a bead inside a barrel, I'll be burned before I'm free. Like a universal soldier, I am my own worst enemy. And I have tamed the tide of failure. I have turned the looking glass. I have harvested the future. I have paralyzed the past. But with one eye closed, I'm folding to a recent memory, when that universal soldier meant everything to me. And I get tired of tired, awakened by the weight of the common human state. And the metaphor, the blackbird on fire, on soft mahogany, it doesn't carry any key. It doesn't carry any key.
Teenage me on the inside, still my identity, is really freaking out. You are so lucky to have this place in your backyard, do you know that? Just wanted to make sure. I'm glad. I'd like to play you a love song, and I'd like to introduce you to this handsome fellow on the electric guitar. This is Dean Yard, everybody.
Well, am I born of the vine or of the thorn? Am I holding to the sky or to the storm? Well, little birds may sing along, they've no symbol to get wrong. And little choirs in the twilight where the rest of us belong. Oh, you got it all. You thought the war was over, now that they've overthrown you and sang the reverie of you and me. Well, you can run, you can vanish from what you've done. You can hold them broken tomes to your heart. You keep a fire burning bright Be the tiger in the night. Hold a candle to the fight. It's bred to burn. Oh, you got it all. You thought the war was over. Now that they've overthrown you and sing the reverie of you and me. Of you and me. Well, is it love? Is it love that put the cage around the dove? And can they fly on broken skylines from above? Oh, I have seen most everything, only have my eyes to blame. I have sparked the madness and fanned it to a flame. Oh, you got it all. You thought the war was over. Now that they've overthrown you and sang the reverie. You got it all. You thought the war was over. Now that they've overthrown you and sang the reverie. You got it all. Thought the war was over. Now that they've overthrown you and sang the reverie. You got it all. You thought the war was over. Now that they've overthrown you and sang the reverie of you and me. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you know, but this handsome lad here on the bass guitar is the best hair in the business. This is Devin Henderson, everybody. But you know now. This is called The Modern Man. If the working man has all the land and we have all the fun, does it rain on everyone or am I dreaming? And if I substitute the tried and true upon a razor's edge, only half what's in my head can I believe. Does a sicker moon then bloom a thorn for the modern man who rules the world? I walked the middle path of life before I placed my bets. Oh, just like all the rest, afraid of dying. And we race to make the mark before the theater goes dark. And searching for a spark, we dream we're flying. Does a sicker moon then bloom a thorn for the modern man who rules the world? a thorn for the modern man who rules the world. I know it's hard to believe, but there's yet more handsome up here. This guy behind me on the drums is Joshua Van Tassel, everybody. Hello, it's me, the Mistress. Is there anybody home? 'Cause the last place I should be is sitting here alone. All I ask for is forgiveness. If you've got some, give it here. You don't act much like you need it, and you don't look much like you care. But will you need me in the summer? Will you need me in the spring? I believe my life is ending. I don't know where to begin. I've got a page in my back pocket of the 7 deadly sins, and it's dragging me around among the needles and the pins, and I don't need to take a breather. I'm on the outside looking out, and I don't need to see your papers, 'cause I know what you're about. You had me by the Bible, and you had me by the belt, and you had me from the instant my cold love began to melt. And then you praised me for my inspiration, asked me for an explanation, followed up with hesitation, fit my primal expectation. I don't care, but I don't mind. You can call me anytime. You can holler through the fortress and kick me out of line. I don't expect it from the grief that gathers in my head. I like suspended disbelief. I like to spend the day in bed. I like to spend the nights in heaven, hanging with the dead. Yeah, with Judas and his women and the voices in my head. I've got my eyes upon the mirror, got my hands up in the air. I confess to my distress. Yes, I get crazier each year, and I would change it if I could. You know I like to say that I would, but there's a war between the parts of me, the evil and the good, and you try and stop me, but I am on fire. Though it doesn't look that way, you know I used to be a liar, and the living set me straight, and I don't come with no disclaimer. I'm like everybody else. We keep our demons on the burner, we keep our morals on the shelf, and nobody asks for my opinion just when you don't want to hear. I swear I'm only human, wishing I could disappear. You must think it's an illusion, and that I like to live in fear of a probable solution. Why the devil put me here, and now no judgment call will kill me. It just makes me close my eyes, and I sink into the slumber, to the prison of my mind, where I would love to introduce you if you found a way inside. You could sell me retribution and totally demystify, until I wonder how I got here, until I don't know who to be. Is it better to be grounded? Is it better to be free? Am I better off without you? Am I happier alone? Hello, it's me, the mistress. Could you please pick up the phone? Train, I know it's gone, but it might come again. Every day is like a brand new day. It's fickle as poison, it's hard as clay, and you won't see me in the harbor lights the way you walk with your devils in the moonlight. Well, God made woman and God made man, jumped from the fire and into the pan. But God's no rebel, he's a handyman. Courts in the coppers and law of the land. And you won't hear me in the harmony the way you listen to your devils in the minor key. What he said, got married to the hazard, or did you cut that thread, or did you run from the jury and the ghostly host, or the sound and the fury? I miss them the most. Blind. I'm sleeping in armor, but I'm cheap like wine. I'm an elegant trial underneath hard time. I can't hold a candle, gonna blow your mind. And you won't catch me with nothing to say the way you talk to your devils and you pray, pray, pray. Devils. No one remembers their fortunes as well as their fame. I only wanted to be there for you, but you're in. Into the uniform greatness, my goodness, I claimed. And no one remembers my services, only my name. And I was a bleeding heart for all the measure it's worth. I was a softer illusion than I used to look. And now that we're adding up all of the time that it took, you only promised me pages, I promised you books. And oh, time, time. Time, break the boundaries in the lines of time. Oh, time, time. Oh, time, time. Break the boundaries in the lines of time. Nothing as loud as a cannon is soft as a bird. Nothing as cruel as a second and first to third. And no other human encounter is quite so absurd. And no one remembers their promises, only their words. Oh, time, time. Oh, time, time. Break the boundaries in the lines of time. Oh, time, time. Oh, time, time. Break the boundaries in the lines of time.
Thank you, Massey Hall. You're so good. You're so good to us. Here's a happy sounding song I wrote about being depressed.
I came from my shadow, laid at my feet, stretched out before me, incomplete. I prayed to them children cut loose on the street. I bottled my worship and I swallowed it neat. And somebody somewhere is missing you now. They promised you mercy and they'll find it somehow. You keep the horizon ahead of your game and look to your victory songs and they sound the same. Na 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 and I shattered the arrow inside of my heart. 10,000 pieces broken apart. They're sown into gardens, grown up in rains. I battled my harvest all over again. And somebody somewhere is missing you now. They promised you mercy and they'll find it somehow. You keep the horizon ahead of your game and look to your victory songs and they sound the same. Na 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 na. Key. I know 10,000 others just like me, but somebody somewhere is missing you now. They promised you mercy and they'll find it somehow. You keep the horizon ahead of your game and look to your victory songs and they sound the same. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. like the harbor sings through the concrete, like the highway rolls in your childhood dreams. I'm a wild abandoned ray of heat, and I'm coming for you like a stare.